Play clock winding down. Here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. In the Buffalo snow, it was a little tough for Antonio Brown to get going. 5 catches, 78 yards. For most guys, that's, hey, pretty good game. And you just expect more from Brown. But, hey, Bell had it going on the ground.
They didn't need to use him to the extent that they normally do because of what you said. Le'Veon Bell, 236 yards rushing. But when they did throw it to him, it was over 15 yards a catch. Antonio Brown, when he catches the football, he gains yardage.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown. And Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown from 10 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Roethlisberger to throw, and this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one. But I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they'd gotten 2 for 2.
And now out come the Patriots. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you.
And got his man complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 87 yards. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like 2 boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Now, last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Well, that worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man wide open for a pass and a score on a fake field goal. I love that play.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a two-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. And the kicker failed to get the ball 10 yards down the field. That's a penalty.
You have one job. Get the ball 10 yards or more downfield as the kicker. He failed to execute.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. What a spin. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Roethlisberger looking to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You know what I want to do right now while we have a moment? I want to hand out Charles Davis's hardware for top performers week 14.
Okay, if we're going to do that, can we start with Le'Veon Bell with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Sure, Warren.
236 yards on the ground, ended up with 298 overall in the snow in Buffalo, and led his team to a win.
Who else you got? I know you like Vic Beasley's performance for Atlanta.
Well, 3 sacks, including a touchdown after the strip sack. He picked it up and ran it in. And I have to mention Aaron Rodgers. Playing hurt, had a hamstring 2 weeks ago, a calf this week. The Packers are on a nice little run now, pressing for a playoff spot.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He rifles one, and now off to the races down the right side. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with great field position here, chance for some points before the break.
That's prime real estate. Just have to decide how they want to try and take their shot to try and put those points on the board.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Coates. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers.